Sure. And you obviously talk about playing, with international players, but you've also played international cricket at an England age group level. What was that experience like for your career, and how did that set you in good stead for the rest of your career now?
I think it was the first time really I've been exposed to media pressure and external factors around cricket. I think it was quite a well documented World Cup. With it being in Dubai, and there was a lot of players who had just been sold in the IPL and done well for India in the IPL. There was a lot of good players from South Africa coming through, and the Asian countries had had a few players who had played international cricket already. So I think that was when I first got exposed to media pressures, I guess. But yeah, it was a fantastic experience and something that I'll never forget. Whenever you represent your country at any level, it should mean a lot. And obviously, a lot of people play under 19 cricket and never kick on to the national side. And that could be myself, it could be any other players. So to say that you've played for England at any level is amazing, and good to see players that you've played against and played with have kicked on to bigger and better things than the under 19s, I guess.
Of course. And you've also had success, I guess, at international level, beating the favourites India in that quarter final. What memories do you have of that game, and how does that stay with you?
It was quite a weird day actually. It was at sort of every day in the competition was bright sunshine, 30, 35 degrees, and we got down for the quarter final. I can remember it was foggy. Start delayed. We wanted to bat first. But with all the conditions around, it was branded that we were going to bowl first. And I spoke to Tim Boone, the manager, and John Abrahams and other coaching staff about what to do. And it was the first time in the competition where we really didn't know what to do in regards to the toss, which probably wasn't ideal for a quarter final. We ended up bowling first, which was slightly against what we wanted to do. I think we lost the toss and ball first, but yeah, I think big moments in big competitions mean players stand up. And I can remember Matthew Fisher's opening spell. He got 3 or 4 wickets in his opening spell, and I think that's when you first knew that he was gonna kick on and be something big. Obviously, injuries have probably hampered that at the minute, but there's still room for him. He's still very young, so you knew he was going to be a talent when he knocked over their top 4. And I think the one thing I do remember about India is just they keep coming at you. Obviously they've got a billion people to pick 11 players from the 19, so they're always going to keep coming. And yeah, they play their own way, and that it was very, very exposed at that point. We were very kind of regimented in an English way of cricket against a group of people who almost didn't care. They just went out and played because they knew they were very good cricketers, and almost their World Cup wasn't as big as what they were playing in at the time, whether it's IPL or Champions League cricket. That's almost the back burner for them. So they just kept coming, and to beat them was amazing. And yeah, it probably topped off our tournament really. I don't think you get a better moment than that.
And after beating India in the quarter final, you played Pakistan in the semi-final, which of course you did go on to lose, but personally for you it was a very successful game. How do you look back on that tournament, and because obviously you scored the 76, how do you view that, leaving the tournament on a personal high, I guess, despite the team's loss?
Yeah. Obviously, it's a very sort of bag of mixed emotions. You do well, but the team lose. You almost probably want to sacrifice it and get through to a World Cup final. That's the whole reason why you go there is to win a competition. But looking back on it now, it's obviously gives you confidence that you can perform at the highest level. Whether obviously that's with the cricketers your own age, but it's still the highest level that I could reach at that time. So yeah, it was obviously brilliant, and to get the runs was amazing. But obviously you would certainly sacrifice that loss for getting 20 and out and being in a World Cup final.
Sure. And any memories of that competition that really stick out? Obviously, we've spoken about the victory against India, but anything else that stays with you now?
There's a lot of good memories. We beat New Zealand in the last group game. It was almost around a 16 game we had to win, and beat them. That was amazing. And obviously beating Australia in the 3rd, 4th place playoff. I think Ben Duckett got 100 to win us that game. And I think those are the games that you remember. You remember beating Test playing nations, and and players who have gone on to play for Australia and New Zealand, India, Pakistan, you know, who have played full international cricket. You know, you look at the people in that side and see you've beaten a side that's consisted of those players is amazing.
Sure, and you've obviously touched on Ben Duckett, but you captained the side with full international England players. Being captain of Yorkshire now, are there any lessons that you've taken from that you think you'll certainly incorporate into your captaincy style at Warwickshire?
Yeah, it's probably a long time ago now. I think my captaincy, you know, either credentials or behaviours have probably changed a lot since then. You know, you're a 19-year-old kid, and you know, doing leading people your own age. You can probably get away with a little bit more, and you can probably behave a little bit differently to someone, you know, like, you know, Ian Bell, you know, captaining him, who's played good test matches. You know, you probably think about the game a little bit differently. You know, I've certainly changed as a person, I've changed as a player, and the way I think about the game has certainly changed since the Under-19 World Cup. So it'll be quite interesting. I still don't know how I'll go about it. Obviously, I've got a vision of how I'll do it, but I can probably guarantee it'll probably have changed a little bit since the Under-19 World Cup.